Hey everyone, it's Melissa from Kiwi Banana, and today I want to talk about some legal aspects in regards to activism. And I guess when I talk about activism in this video, it's more in relation to protesting in public, protesting in private. And obviously this video really only applies for those that actually have freedom of speech within their law. And I really have an interest, should I say? I really do have an interest in these kind of topics because I do have a legal background myself. However, I do want to have a disclaimer before we dive any deeper in regards to you need to make sure that you do your research. This guide is really just for educational purposes. You should really be seeking professional legal advice, and you do need to remember that law can dramatically change from region to region, state to state, country to country. And so the first things I want to start talking about is in regards to when you're thinking about organising the activism. Maybe that's you yourself or a group of you or someone else in the group, but you just want to pass on some information to them. So things you want to be thinking about is there are restrictions around time and place of where the activism can occur. You want to check that. You want to be looking at, do you need a permit to be where you are? That's another thing you want to check. And then also you want to be checking if there are trespass laws, which there usually are, and where those apply and how you can obviously work around those. And then I guess the next things I want you to consider is when you are communicating, especially if it is verbal or you have some written communication, you want to be considering things like defamation. Make sure you keep the language, the use of the words to very much of a statement of fact, not some other kind of made-up story, I guess you could say, and making sure that the language isn't violent. So don't be swearing at people as well. Now, I guess if things get out of hand or you're not really intending to work within the law, then you may come across police. So you want to be making sure that you are filming as much of what is going on, especially when they are there, and that can help you. Obviously, that generally only will help you if you're not being irrational in your behaviour and what you're saying. And when you're talking with the police, usually you would only have to sort of say your name. But you want to check that, of course, just to make sure that that does apply to where you are. You want to keep what you say to the police to a very, very minimum, and don't give them any more information than what the minimum is. Now, if you have a spokesperson there that is very well informed, they have the knowledge and a lot of experience with communicating with the police in situations like this, then they may obviously be able to step in. However, you really want to keep the police communication to a very much minimum. And obviously, if you get arrested, depending on where you are, you may only need to just give your name and address. You really want to know your rights around this. If you're thinking about doing an action that is usually outside of the law, make sure you do know what it is you only have to disclose, and don't say absolutely anything else. Don't say anything until you get a lawyer. You must seek professional legal advice, professional legal guidance. It's very, very important unless you want to keep ending up in places where you can't really do a lot of protesting. Let's just say that. So yeah, this is basically my just very quick overview of some legal things you want to be thinking about, whether that's within or outside, or if things get out of hand with the law in regards to activism and in particular protesting. Now, if any of you have any questions or comments, you're welcome to put them in the comment section down below. I may be able to refer you on to some further guidance if that's what you're looking for. I hope you manifested some happiness today.